The other one, Svengalis.
Oh, Svengali. She the leader.
Obsessive.
She's the leader.
But your biggest one is Lennon.
Lennon and Svengali is about tied.
He's making a career on
It was Svengali. Lennon caught up. They the husband and wife. No, they're not really husband and wife, but they are the husband and wife of the anti-Dr. Umar movie. Yeah.
You never come after them. They always come after you.
Yes, leave me alone. I don't know their faces because I'm too busy to follow them.
Right.
I ain't let no coons on this camp. A couple of them snuck in the block party.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of them got thrown out.
Oh, good.
About 1 or 2 snuck, because I don't know what they look like. Yeah, one dude stood at the front and taped, one of the coons, taped the whole fest, right? So somebody said, Dr. Umar, we think the dude is up there speaking negatively because he was live. So I went over there and I asked him man to man, like, bro, are you a hater? Are you filming my thing and you speaking negatively on the festival? Nah, I'm just here to see for myself. But I said, time out, have you made negative videos about me and my school? Nah, he lied and said he didn't. But after the festival, everybody started sending me all the videos he made. So the brother wasn't even honest because he knew I would have put him out. So he lied. So next year we're going to be a little better with the security.
The other one, Svengalis.
Oh, Svengali. She the leader. She's the leader.
They're obsessed with you, man.
I don't understand it. I want to know if I ever met this woman.
What did you do?
But what I'm being told, she's not black.
Really?
I'm being told she's not black. She's Latino or Mexican.
No, she sounds black to my ear.
You think she black?
I think she is.
But she never shows her face.
She never
shows her. I'm not sure if she's. Some people say she's black.
I could be wrong.
Here's the thing, though. If she was black, why call yourself anti-Afro?
Right.
See, that's saying I'm anti.
Yeah, that's true. Why?
So
I always wondered about
she might
that.
be
Like,
Hispanic.
it's a crazy
I
kind
think
of
she
name,
a Latino.
Right? Anti-Afro Svengalis.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah, she a weirdo, man. And that voice, I can't stand her. Anti-Afro Svengalis. I'm back with another Umar update. The lights have not been paid. The water's coming out the wall. He does not own the schools. I mean, flat out line. Then they keep calling the city. The city be like, yo, who are these people keep calling us about you?
Yeah. That's like this.
I'm like, why don't y'all just ignore these people?
Anti-Afro Svengalis. Okay, guess what time it is before I get into this main topic? It's reading time. Doesn't Umar Johnson profess to have a doctorate degree? Did I mistakenly hear him repeat this claim over and over? Doctorate degree. Dr. Umar Johnson, right? Well, can someone explain to me why he can't string together 3 words? Specifically, my handle. You can't string together 3 words? Anti-Afro Svengalis. You know, when you're taught to read, you're supposed to read the entire word or the entire sentence. If you only read 2 words or 1 word, you're not going to capture the meaning. But he has a doctorate degree, and for some reason, he can't string together 3 words. Anti-Afro Svengalis, why don't you figure it out? He has a doctorate degree, and he doesn't know how to read 3 words. I rest my case. I also thought it was very interesting, the man that was asking him questions, what did you do? Umar did not answer that question. Umar has done plenty. How about I'm perping in anti-Afro Svengalis line of work? He acts just like the people he spurned on to do all this mess that they're doing. I didn't do anything. Why are you bothering me? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to her. Just like Umar, we're seeing it all over the place. So when people say, she's getting further and further from Umar, no, I'm not. This is what Umar embodies. This is what Umar wants. This is what Umar engenders. So when you have people who try to target me or do target me, look at them. They have the same traits as Umar. They want physical harm perpetrated upon me. Umar wants me dead. Did he tell him that? That he said he was going to beat me up or pull up on me? And he want my mouth closed permanently. Did he tell the dude that and the other woman that was there? Did anyone hear Umar say that? that he's called for my life. Did he mention that? No.
You people have done everything in the world to me. Doesn't that give me equal right? I can do anything I want to you people at any time I want to, because that's what you've done to me. If you spit in my face and smack me in the mouth and throw me in solitary confinement for nothing, what do you think's going to happen when I get out of here?
That's right, Charles. Tell him. You better hear this. I'm going to say what I damn well please about Umar or anybody up in this bitch. The way you people have been acting, it's disgusting. You're not going to put reins on me. I'm going to get up here and I'm going to talk. If you don't like it, mute the channel. Mute the channel. There's nothing you're going to be able to say or do to stop me from posting videos and doing exactly what I think should be done for this channel. And I do give the proviso. I'm always listening to people who give a damn about me. Those who don't, why in the hell should I give a flying flip about what you think I don't? But I am going to handle the business if you mess with me. You all let people mess with you? You people have heart attacks when no one's doing anything. You have conniption fits and massive coronaries and grand mal seizures when people haven't done a damn thing to you. You character hijacking freaks. Get the hell on somewhere else. You say you moved on from me. Please show me you've done that. And forget that I exist. You don't have to comment on anything I say or do, but no one's going to tell me what is going to be posted on this channel. And I'm not going to be able to get away without mentioning this, because you keep asking me about it. What do I think about what Umar said about lending honor, being the husband, and I'm the wife of the anti-Umar? Listen, don't consider that statement without Umar Johnson putting his foot in his mouth. He says, I don't watch what they do. Well, if you don't watch what we're doing, why are you making an assessment about whose role is what? Umar lies. Here's the situation. Umar realizes who he has to watch out for. Number one would be anti-fraud warriors. People don't want me to say it. They hated what I posted after that block party. Umar mentions people when he knows there's a reason to be worried. That is one thing we know about Umar Johnson. He doesn't come on here and tell you things, just like these freaks up here who have done God knows what, if I ever told you, that have been jacked up by the cops. The FBI's come knocking on the door. They're monitored. They've been told, if you do this again, your ass is going to be arrested. Those people don't want to come forward. They don't want to show you the letters they received. They don't want to tell you that the police showed up. They don't want to tell you detectives came to their homes. They're not going to tell you that. Just like Umar. So he just goes off into la la land. Umar needs to be concerned because there's a lot to be concerned about. He doesn't mention things until it's down to the last minute. Let Umar tell you what's going on. Let these faking ass anti-fraud warriors tell you what's going on. They had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that we held Umar Johnson's feet to the fire. Let me just get to the main topic. He's promoting and fueling risk issues. He's continuing to find a way to put me in harm's way. He knows exactly what he's doing. Listen. You think that Umar would meet a Mexican person and not remember it? Doesn't Umar post every single photo at all these hyena yelps? Umar knows good and damn well he never met me. Ever. He knows this. What he is doing is continuing his race baiting campaign and race attacking directed towards me. So clear this up. Well, if you aren't saying this, then you wouldn't be going through this, and you should just get off the internet. No, you get off the internet. You are the ones that are engaging in illegal behaviors, trying to set people up for race attacks, physical attacks, and hate crimes. So this photo that he has posted before on, I think it was Instagram, I'll find the photo and post it up, in terms of the deletion, that was deleted for race attacking, saying anti-Afro Svengalis is not even black or whatever it says, but you're putting a photo up of someone who didn't know initially that she was being used in this environment. So if you go up to that person and ask the first name and the last name, the person is going to tell you yes, but the person doesn't have my complete name. That's the whole thing. People don't care. Umar has done this before. He has taken people's photos that have remnants of my name and has claimed that this is me. So when you talk about what the intent is to set me up for physical attack. But what he's doing is setting up innocent people to be physically attacked. And there have been 3 instances where he has posted photos or promoted photos that weren't of me, and law enforcement had to get involved. That is not my issue. That's Umar's issue, and that's the issue of the other people who engage in this behavior. They don't have any concern about anybody's physical safety. So they will say and do anything to do what? Try to find a way to dilute what I'm saying, try to find a way to shut me up. Whatever they can do, they will do it. Umar knows we never met, ever, although many people have tried to get me to talk to Umar. Why would I talk to Umar? I can't understand why anybody out there would think I would want to talk to Umar Johnson. Never in a million years. What for? And these ridiculous stories being floated around that I went out to I sent people out to the block party. Are you serious? We do not. We have a very strict policy. Go to Umar Johnson's events. We do not go, anti-fraud warriors. I will repeat again. Umar got that permit or those permits for the block party because of anti-fraud warriors insisting that Umar get the proper permits. It's posted, confirmed in videos. We made no effort to stop Umar Johnson from having a block party. Have 50 freaking block parties. Do it safely. Get the permits. That is what we pushed for, and that is what Umar Johnson did. So yes, we held Umar Johnson's feet to the fire, which he knows we have the capability of doing, and he complied. That's what happened. I don't care what anybody else says. I did not send some drunk doctor to go to a liquor store to get whatever this crazy cockamamie story was. If anything, anti-fraud warriors that live in Delaware were going to drive by the block. Nobody was going to get out. You saw Umar Johnson talking about confronting someone, or he confronted someone. You really think someone who stated they want me killed, they say they're 6'3" and 263 pounds. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to go up to Umar. Oh, Umar Johnson. No, I'm not doing that. We are not doing that. You know what? Although we have a rule, I can't tell you what Reb G would do. He probably would do that. He would probably go up to Umar. Hey, Umar Johnson, I'm Reb G. Trust me, he would do that. I cannot think of anybody that would want to go up to Umar who's an anti-fraud warrior. I just can't. I'm just trying to know. That's not in the horizon. People, please. Maybe, I don't know why you insist I should be talking to Umar. No. Do not want to talk to Umar Johnson. Never wanted to talk to Umar Johnson. What I want is Umar Johnson to stop perpetrating as a fraud in my profession. He was on YouTube just a couple of weeks back making a father feel guilty because his son was gay. The father was in tears, feeling because he wasn't, quote, there for his son. He is gay. That is the most, are you serious? And this is a person who wants you to think he knows about mental health. So what he's doing with this race thing, saying that I'm Mexican, he's trying to increase the hostility towards me based on race. Well, Umar Johnson has made me many things. So let's start out. Let's remember what Umar Johnson first said about me. At the very beginning, I was black. I was a black woman who was a hoe that wanted him. I mean, he's gone through the gamut, people. And he floats all these stories. I was a black woman who wanted him. I was pursuing him all over the United States. In your dreams. he said I was a lesbian. Here's the post up here from True Black Anonymous. Then he said I was a lesbian that wanted him. Okay, now I'm a lesbian that wants to get with Umar. Then he came on and recorded a interview. There was an interview, and that video, only part of that video is captured. I started recording, I thought at the beginning, and didn't record the whole thing. He was talking about his kids, but he was saying all kinds of bizarre stuff. And this is before I was really, I won't call myself savvy. I was worse than I am now when it comes to recording and capturing things. He said that I'm part of this group of lesbians that realized we shouldn't be lesbians. I got with Umar. He is saying that I got with him sexually. He was saying this. And then he kicked me to the curb, and I lost my mind. I got very upset because I was a lesbian before, and now he made me straight. Now that he made me straight, I've gone crazy because Umar doesn't want to have anything to do with me. He's actually talking like this. Then he started talking about there's a group of lesbians who've been turned back into straight, and now the men don't want them, and now they're targeting me. He's actually talking like this, people. And only part of the conversation that I got. So I went back to try to find that video, and Umar had went through like a 400 video purge on YouTube. And this is around the time when he was going through that mess with the licensing board. So I only have part of that recording. I am praying one day that shows up again. He went through this whole spiel about him not being able to see his kids, and he's blaming it on the lesbians. Okay, so moving on. Then he says, I'm racially ambiguous. He says this, so he starts posting this on Facebook. And Facebook, people were telling me and reporting it, and it got taken down. Then he says, I am mixed race. That's what he starts with again. And people pick that up and start putting this stuff out. Then he says, I'm white. I'm a white woman. Okay. All the while he's speculating, have I met her? Would he not know if I'm white? If he would know. The Mexican scenario came up, I think it was about 8 months ago. That came up right after, not right after, but soon after I'm white. So at the same time, you have the Mexican going on, the Mexican, and she's Mexican, and you also have the white woman lingering. You had both of those kind of going at the same time. Someone found a person with remnants of my name who they posted all this person's employment situation. This is ridiculous. A victim witness person, because I work with victims. I thought they hit the jackpot because they're posting this person's stuff all over the place, which is not me. I'm not going to go into the details that differentiate us. Other than race, there are lots of differences. I'm not going to go into that. The Mexican woman and the white woman thing was going on, like competing with each other, neck and neck. The sheriff's department had to actually go to that location and warn the victim. The police had to get involved. This is not just, these people are just evil down to their rotten core bone marrow. I'm quite sure the people who were doing this at the time thought it wasn't going to come back to them, but it did, and I'm not going to get into that. So if you think you're doing things, targeting people for specific harm, for malintent, do not be confident that it's not going to boomerang right back in your face, because this actually did. It is so ridiculous. The goal again is to get people to attack me, but what he's doing, he's putting innocent people at risk. He's posted all these photos that he says are me. It's outrageous, people. He is so immature. He's so childish. He needs to be doing what he needs to be doing to take care of business. And he's just PO'd because we are holding him responsible for what he says he's going to do. And he can't take the pressure, so he goes to this race attacking bullcrap. Because if I'm not black, that means you're already going to gang up on me and do what? that's not going to stop me from talking. I'm going to keep talking. He's spreading these ridiculous lies around. This is trying to set me up for a physical attack. And you all know that I was threatened with all types of physical violence, and I thank God for the police that put a stop to that. And I'm going to remain confident that nobody here on YouTube is going to restart threatening my life. But I feel Umar is putting it out there and trying to get it going. See, that's what Umar Johnson does. These people don't care about Umar Johnson who came on board. They have his traits, and they carry those traits forward. Now, let me tell you about Catherine Brown. Catherine Brown picked up on this white woman thing. So what does she do? She calls the Wilmington, Delaware Police Department. This is back the March on Mold. Remember last year? The March on Mold? She calls the Wilmington, Delaware Police Department and says, I am a white woman hooked up with white supremacists trying to destabilize black organizations. I'm targeting Umar Johnson. She told the police this. I spoke to the Wilmington, Delaware police, and they told me if we put any effort into investigating that claim, she's going to be held responsible because they have my photo. You put someone's photo up. She was trying hard to get this white supremacist black destabilization on YouTube going. She was trying to fuel that. Because why? They don't want you to say anything. These people want to open their mouths. This is Umar-esque behavior, which we see with the anti-fraud warrior, imposter fraud. I want to open up my big mouth, and I want to talk and talk and talk and talk like Umar does. But don't you dare say anything in response. If you do, I'm going to make up all these lies about you. I'm going to spread these rumors about you. Let me tell you one thing. I have documentation of everything that I claim. I don't care what somebody else comes online and says, it's not true, she's lying on me. Really? Okay. You're not going to decide what I put out there. I will put out documentation on my timeline. You cannot intimidate me into posting anything. I'll do it when I want to do it. This is Umar-esque behavior, people. If we put the brakes on, sit and think, what is the common denominator? Educators, public servants acting a rank fool up in these YouTube streets, and a sanctioned therapist. They demand your respect because that's what they say they're entitled to. One thing about Umar, he knows the people who have the goods on him, and let me tell you why. Because we have the person that has known Umar, it's now 17 years. Umar doesn't come out and say the things that he says that you heard recently unless the heat is on. He doesn't tell you what's happening. And these phony anti-fraud warriors don't tell you what's happening because they don't know. These people are doing things that they know 100% illegal. And since they can't say anything, they're putting other people up to it, just like Umar does. And this is what Umar does. This is what Umar did with this race thing, starting to generate it all over again. But I'm ready for it. If anybody does threaten me, I'm going to do exactly what the police told me to do. I'm going to make a report. And if I'm not sure, I'm still going to make a report, and they're going to find out whether or not the law is violated. But this race baiting crap is classic Umar. And let me tell you how I handled Catherine Brown. She sent me this funky ass email. Oh my God. You would not believe this email she sent me to one of the account, the doxer email, but she first sent it to one of the older emails that my computer person monitors for any madness. He says, what? This email is like all over the place. I hadn't checked the doxer email yet. So I got on that email and saw that she'd sent it to the doxer email, and she sent it to one of the older emails that I don't use. And she was going, oh my God, you should have seen this email. Leveling all this wild crap. It was just, again, outrageous. So guess what I did? Because she CC'd everybody under the sun, like the police, the state police, I mean, all these police agencies, district attorney, I believe was on there. So what I did with her, she spins a bunch of lies, and what I do, I come back with the truth, which was, do you recall what you did on this date? And I gave the date. You made a false police report against so-and-so, and these are the things that you did, and these were the people who were involved. I put it all out. Do you remember that? What are you doing, police department, about her false report? I put it out there like, trust you me. It took me about 10 minutes to type that email. I put all the dates in there. I put all the people that were involved. She did not even respond. I haven't heard from her since. She is a liar. She is a race baiter. She was a race attacker. No, I don't say what supposedly TCTV did to her, she deserved, but I'm not surprised because that's what they were doing to other people. They were doing all of this garbage to people, and they expect what? The cavalry to come in and save them. But I fired back that email. I haven't heard from her since. Investigate that. Those people, I don't even want to get into it. It was so disgusting what she did. Her false police report, the havoc that she created, and she tried to destroy a situation. She failed. They failed. But you should have seen how happy they were. Oh yeah, look at this happening. Look at this. They were speculating what somebody would do in response. They would just completely come apart publicly and just lose it. It didn't happen. And they were so dejected. She was front and center on that call. And when I tuned the cops into, these people were rejoicing at the turn of events. They knew right there it was bullshit. She should have been charged for filing a false police report. That's what should have happened. If you think you have been victimized, I am certainly never going to stand in your way. By all means, call the police, but don't think just because you have been victimized that people haven't forgotten about what you did to people. That's also a crime. What Umar Johnson is doing is a crime. I'm coming on here directly addressing it head on because that's what you do with risk issues. I'm on the lookout. I'm taking precautions. Umar wants people to think I'm not black because he wants to subject me to some sort of attack, but all he's doing is subjecting an innocent victim. He doesn't care, neither do these other people. They don't care about the safety and security of any person because look at all the shit that they've tolerated. They tolerate stalkers, they tolerate people talking to criminals about victims. They could care less if you target vulnerable children with absolutely no idea who you are. They don't care if you target spouses who are not involved with any situation. These subjects do not give a damn. That's the bottom line. You have to make sure you care for yourself and insulate yourself with people who you know they have your best interest in mind. If they do not, don't give them a second thought. Insulate yourself, protect yourself, be safe. Most of all, never forget to heed the warning, buyer beware.